Okay, alright guys, welcome back to another awesome tutorial. So as I promised in the previous tutorial, we are going to do a mini project, which is going to be like think of a scenario that you are doing a project and you put all of your passwords into MD5 encryption, but finally you figure out that MD5 is not secured, so you need to change your password algorithm. So it's going to be tedious for you guys because your users already are using your system, so that if you drop all of the users data there, it's going to make a lot of troubles there. So without users being aware, what we are going to do, we are going to convert their password algorithm into a password hash without them being knowing it. So here I have a database called myene, and let me try to create a table called users, which I've got maybe two columns, which is going to be the username and a password. So let me type username here. So let me make this thing varchar. So let me give it a length of 30. So let's have also another field called password, which is going to be again a varchar, but this time the length is going to be pretty long, because when we are using a password hash, this thing is going to be super lengthy. So let's try to make this thing 250 or 256, and that's what we have to do. So let's come here and try to save this thing. So for this tutorial, I'm going to leave that registration form, but only I'm going to concern about like how to log in a user and change their algorithm. So let me try to insert, just think this thing out. We are making a registration form. So let me have a user called myene, and also let me have a password called LUTOT, and let me convert this thing to MD5. Think of a scenario that we are encrypting this thing to MD5. So let me press go. So that this thing is going to return a field called myene, which I've got a password which is encrypted with MD5. Okay, so let me make this thing right here, or I can leave this thing blank. So that's totally okay. So what I'm going to do now, let me try to make a form first, really fast. Let me try to make a form that will allow the user to log in. So let me have a form in which the action is going to be index.php, and let me have a method called post, and let me have two fields, which is going to be input type of text for the username, and let me give it a name called a username, and let me give it a placeholder called username, and let me have also another field which input type is going to be password. Let me give it a name of a password, and let me give it a placeholder of a password. Let me close these things out, and finally let me have a submit button, which is going to be input type submit. The value is going to be login. And finally, let me close my form out. Also, let me close this thing also. So if I came here to my page, I'm probably going to see a form. So let me try to quickly make a validation for the fields. So if empty $_post, $_post is said to be false, I want to do something, but else I'm going to ask the user to type their username and a password. So I'm going to say please enter username and a password. So let me try to connect to my database here. So I have a database called myene here. So let me use PDO to connect. So let me make a variable called connect, which is going to be a new PDO. I'm using MySQL, and let me give the host to be 127.0.0.1 because I'm in local machine. So let me give it a database name to be myene Hewitt, and let me have also root as my username and empty as my password. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I have to fetch this password here. So because I'm going to make some modification here, so I have to verify that this username exists. So I'm going to make connect query. So my query is going to be select password, because that is the field that I want to select. Password from users, where. So this time I need to get the username and a password. So it's going to be post, and I'm going to pass the username here. So let me assign a variable called username here, and let me have also the password. So let me have password, which is going to be, this time I need to fetch with MD5 form, because that is the way that I store my password on. So post, and let me have password. So in my where clause I can add these things. So where the username is equals to the username that the user has passed. So this thing will return me same thing. So just to make sure, let me see that whether that username exists or not. So let me make this thing to a query, and let me pass query row count, so that this thing will return some number here. So let me echo this thing out. So let's try this thing. So let me come to index and reload this page. It's asking me to enter username and a password. So the field that I have inserted, I have got a username called Mayene and a password of this. So this thing is returning 1. It means it is fetching some value there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop this tutorial for this time being, so that on the next tutorial we are going to do all of our crafts. So till we meet on the next tutorial, keep on liking, keep on subscribing, keep on sharing my videos with a friend. Peace and love. Ciao.